Hi, I'm Rich Fulcher. Can I trust you? I hope you can. Come watch this episode of Rich Fulcher's TalkBox. I've got comedian Ed Knight. He is very, very engaging. He will suck you into the world of comedy. And don't forget, press subscribe and like and leave a comment because I'll answer any questions you'll have later on in one of the podcasts. So without further ado, let's just watch Ed Knight. Come on, man. Trust me? No pants. That's good. Nice. Oh, hey, what are you doing?
Hey, man.
Good to see
you,
you.
Richie. Thanks for having me.
Oh, take your coat off.
No,
relax.
How you getting on?
Yeah, pretty good. It's kind of warm, so
Boiling hot.
we'll heat it up.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This chair's wet.
I got some coffee for you.
Thanks, Rich.
Are you a big coffee drinker?
Yeah, I'm trying to cut down at the moment because
Why?
I used to drink like 7 or 8 cups a day, maybe.
I love coffee.
Me too, but I'm trying to do 2 a day.
I'm thinking if you stop by like 2 o'clock.
You're laughing. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're wired when you go to bed and you're like,
Yeah. Now I really feel
everything
it.
I've done in my life is wrong.
Yeah, I kind of already have that before I go to bed, but now at least I don't I can eventually kind of fall asleep, you know.
Do you ever jolt awake thinking of something you did in the past that was like effed up?
I just like I think everyone has it. But they're just like I'd love to be able to like hit myself in the head with a frying pan and take no damage to fall asleep. That would be like the best.
Oh,
I'd love to be able.
bliss.
Or have someone in my flat hit me over the head with a rolling pin.
Why don't you?
I don't know. I feel like it would hurt.
Yeah, it might hurt.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd love to.
That's
Yeah.
why they have sleeping pills.
Actually, one of my flatmates is a doctor, so maybe they can do it in a way that doesn't hurt.
A real doctor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, not like a fake one, not like an Indiana Jones doctor.
But you're a comic. How did you get this doctor flatmate?
One of my flatmates is a doctor. One of them's a lawyer. One of them's a documentary journalist.
What is this, a reality show? Or what's going on?
Yeah.
What the hell? How did that?
It's an anime. That time I got reincarnated as a tenant in a high-income household.
Did you answer
Thanks,
an
Kenny.
ad? Kenny laughs.
Yeah, shout out to Kenny for that
Yeah,
one.
Kenny, good job.
No, it's like I moved in with my girlfriend. She lives there.
She lives with all those guys?
She's one of them. She's one of the
Oh,
guys.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. My
Yeah.
racism is coming out.
This guy's girlfriend doesn't have a job.
That's like that joke, like somebody got in an accident.
The surgeon is the mum. Yeah. Who made the documentary about him? It was his mum because she's the documentary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she is a doctor.
No, she's a documentarian.
Oh, she's a documentarian.
She makes documentaries.
And she lived with a doctor and a lawyer.
She lived with a lawyer and a guy that worked for a car company, and then he moved out, and then a guy who was a locum physiotherapist moved in, and then the doctor moved in, and then I moved in shortly after.
And what's the punchline?
The punchline is that I can only afford 1 coffee a day now.
So she's like a professional. She
They're
hangs
all-
out with professional
They're all
people.
professional people.
But how did she hang out with you? What happened?
The pandemic happened, so I think there was just nothing else going on.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like being a comedian is kind of min-maxing because I don't have any of the skills that they have, like in terms of like productivity or anything. But you have one skill that's like maxed out. It's like being like a high level wizard. Do you know what I mean?
You have a little thing called whimsy.
Yeah. So like a stiff breeze would probably knock me over, and I have like no motivation, and I'm like rubbish. It takes me 10 times longer to do any admin than like a normal person. But like You
I
know,
can't do admin.
if someone slips over in the kitchen, I'll point at them and laugh.
Yeah. And do they rely on you for stuff? It's like, hey, Ed, I'm not feeling so well. Come on in here.
Yeah. I walk in with like a clown nose on. Like, what's that film? What's that Robin Williams film?
Patch Adams.
Yeah, I walk in like Patch Adams, and then
Shit.
that's what I do.
I'm
the
not
doctor.
seen that movie in ages.
I don't think I've actually ever seen it. It's just one of the many.
Still holds up.
One of the kind of references that I've got secondhand from my podcasts and cartoons and stuff that I grew up with. I've never seen Patch Adams. I've never seen Good Will Hunting or Dead Poets Society or any of these movies, but I know enough about them because of like
Why
the
haven't you
Simpsons
seen them?
or whatever. I don't know. It's just sort of, I guess, before my time, I was too busy.
Do you know why? Because I think you are now
Uh-huh.
in the streamer generation.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you're not going to pick that movie.
Yeah,
but if it comes on, if you're on tour and it comes on a cable channel, you will watch it.
You're right. Because I'm part of the streamer generation. I don't have time to watch Patch Adams because I'm watching like a I'm watching I Show Speed. I'm watching a 24-hour Twitch stream of a guy who's like lets the chat control like the air horns and flashing lights in his bedroom so that you can't sleep.
Or your girlfriend is making you watch a documentary on like Argentinian pottery or something.
I don't have time to do that because I'm part of the streamer generation. So I'm too busy watching VTubers and spending all my money on, on like chat subs and stuff like that.
You know, you can use all this stuff.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really?
This will be on the air and you can take notes from it.
Well,
like, I'm going to use all this. That's what podcasts are for now.
I thought podcasts were for YouTube now.
Yeah. Everyone's filming them. But still the majority listen, right, Kenny? Yeah, I think so. Can you flash up all the stats when we're talking?
It fucking freaks me out because in my head, podcasts are like, I remember the nascency of podcasts, and in my head, they're meant to be like extremely DIY. So kind of the same thing with YouTube videos or whatever, but now they're, like, if you look at the charts and stuff, they're dominated by massive production companies and channels and stuff like that. Same with YouTube, like the videos that do well are like multi-million-dollar
because
setups.
they get involved in it now.
Yeah.
And it used to be, it's still lo-fi. I mean, if you do it yourself, you take in all the revenue and everything.
Yeah.
But then there are producers. It's like we're an indie movie here.
Yeah, all the podcasts I've done I've produced myself, and it does feel like you're kind of like up against it a little bit, I suppose.
Do you do a podcast now?
No, not at the moment, but
okay,
there's always one in the pipeline, isn't there? Less competition, is it? Less competition.
It's like we have all ththese little radio stations,
I'm going to make a podcast called Ed Knight's Chatty Cube and take over your patch.
Oh man!
It's like everyone's got like a pirate radio station, and it's very strange. I was walking through Soho just now to get here, not to dox you. Sorry about that. I'm in Soho in New York, and the streets are just literally full of children with Vox Pop microphones interviewing people in the street for TikTok content. It's crazy.
Did they interview you?
No, I'm terrified of it. A few people have come up to me and been like, "Can I ask you a couple of questions?" And I've always said no, fuck off. Not like that. I've just said like I genuinely can't because I'm so like, I don't. If you were to ask me now what the best breakfast in London was, I wouldn't be able to answer. I would like.
Do they ask you that?
That's fucking top jaw shit, isn't it? Like, what's the best pub in London? And all that stuff. I'd love to. I tried to do a bit about this, and never worked. What I really think about whenever they ask me if I want to do one of those street interview videos, I really think about being like, yeah, I'd love to. And then when the cameras are rolling, they ask me like an inane question, and then I just turn around and like smash my head against the brick wall, like and just repeatedly smash until my head's complete mulch.
Yes.
But like, it's all on the content. Like it's all they're like
keep
holding the little,
filming.
Yeah, and I'm just beating my head into paste against the brick wall while they ask me. And that's why I can't say yes.
I think that's a good strategy.
About. Yeah, I think so too. If you saw that on your For You page, you'd be like, this is brilliant.
But they're TikToking, right?
Mm.
Do you have a TikTok? Do you do the TikTok?
I've got a couple of TikTok. A younger comic was like, you should get it. And obviously he was right. And I got it and it was useful.
I've been told you should be doing content 24/7 on TikTok.
24/7?
Mm.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, constantly, it's like even more than Instagram.
Yeah, well, that's the container is never full enough. That's the problem. You're even kind of at a disadvantage doing like a produced podcast because, like, to have like an hour show, it takes you an hour to do a minimum.
So I should get rid of Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, man, you should just walk. If you just walked around in the street filming yourself like this and saying some stupid shit
do that
50
live
times a day.
stream.
Yeah, what they just want. That's why AI videos are everywhere because you could just press a button and make a 2-minute video, put it and do that 8 times a day.
Man,
And that's just what it's going to be like forever now.
Kenny,
Get on it, Kenny.
take a break. No, I like this. It's still a little bit like a show.
Yeah, I like that. That's what because I've got this all the stuff that I grew up with that I really like and I want to emulate doesn't exist anymore. It's kind of jarring. All the stuff that I was kind of
What, like kids shows?
No, as in like when I was like getting into comedy. Like the first time I saw Netflix was when my friend and his family got Netflix, and me and another friend went round to his flat when I was like 17. And that was the first time I saw American comedy, basically.
You were so excited.
I listened to comedy albums. Do you know what I mean? I
love comedy albums.
I wanted to be on panel shows. Now neither of those things exist anymore. So it's like, well, what do you do?
Yeah.
I feel like Charlie Chaplin.
What? Who did you listen to? Who did you listen to on?
What albums and stuff like that? I remember listening to like Frank Sidebottom CDs when I was, or like Frank Sidebottom tracks when I was young. I remember
Bob Monkhouse.
Yeah, I listened to Max Miller. I listened to. I actually did listen to a lot of like.
Now, were these your parents' albums?
Some of them were, but my mum used to do this thing where her parents lived in Birmingham and we'd drive there, and if I'd been really well behaved, like if I was been a really good boy, we'd stop off at like the Oxford services and she'd buy me a comedy cassette or CD to listen to in the car.
Oh, that's great.
So I picked them, and then I would pick just some of them were like. I remember one of them I picked like a Just for Laughs compilation CD or something that had like Dylan Moran, all these good people doing like 5-minute sets on it, which was so good.
Yeah.
But one of them was like a Jasper Carrot best of CD that I loved and I listened to back to front. But so like, in my head when I started comedy, not when I started, but like for ages in my head, like Jasper Carrot was like one of the greats.
Yeah.
And then when I was a bit older, I listened to.
You got a rude awakening when he masturbated in front of you.
I did. Yeah. No, listen, I don't want to do Jasper dirty like that. But I did see his Golden Balls. Come on, that's not bad.
I listen to Steve Martin a lot.
Yeah, Steve Martin I didn't really listen to. I listened to Richard Pryor a lot, yeah. And especially when I was getting into stand-up specifically. I listened to a lot of
Did you listen to Eddie Murphy?
No, not so. I think the specials were the ones, like a friend introduced me to those, but it was really kind of eclectic. It was really kind of eclectic. It's just whatever I could get my hands on.
It's amazing. And
a lot of like sketch. I listened to a lot of CDs where it was like a TV show that had been turned into CD form. So like I listened to like episodes of The Vicar of Dibley on TV, or I listened to like Round the Horn CDs or BBC. Derek and Clive I loved, not necessarily all sorts of stuff.
Oh, Derek and Clive.
So good.
We got those. They were like bootleg tapes.
So good. I've got a couple of the vinyls now.
Did you ever listen to Cheech and Chong?
No.
These are all before your time.
Also sort of like
I'm dating myself.
American though. Like I was not really like nowadays it's not as much of like when I started comedy, loads of the people I started with were like a bit older than me and like obsessed with like American comics and knew them encyclopedically and stuff.
But and not you.
I just didn't know anything. Like I think it's a bit easier now because of like YouTube and streaming. But most of my exposure to comedy was British TV comedy.
It's probably better that way. Yeah. I mean, when you started, was there any particular comic you sort of styled yourself after? Or?
Not deliberately, but you know when you start out.
You always do.
Yeah, you don't have your own voice or whatever. I imagine there was a lot of like, probably quite a lot of like Stuart Lee and how I was speaking. But it's like when I started, basically everybody was like a bit of Stuart.
Because you have a very deliberate kind of slower.
I don't know. I think it's probably just the person I'd seen the most at the time. And when you're starting, you have no choice but to kind of not copy, but like you don't know how to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the only reference points you have are what I've seen on TV. So it's just probably like an amalgam. Like nowadays, new comics, you see a lot of people who are like, who are like not consciously emulating, but like they've got a similar cadence to like someone like James Acaster, who's been big for the last 10 years.
Yeah, it
it's
just
comes
out.
Yeah, it just happens to.
Well, we have a surprise for you. Let's listen to that first gig. Kenny?
You have no idea how heartbreaking
Would you share yourself? No, but most people, because on the podcast, most people say their first gigs are actually okay. It's the second gig that is demoralizing.
My first gig was okay for what it was, but it was rubbish.
Okay.
It was a music open mic where me and my friend, who was also 19 and had never done comedy before, asked if we could just get up and do comedy because we wanted to find an open mic night to do comedy at. So like all the other acts the guy before me did like a 7-minute original ballad on his acoustic guitar about how his heart was like a vending machine because it would just give to anyone.
He'd probably done it for years.
And then I went up and did my first ever gig.
And that killed, right? The one before you?
The vending machine, yeah. Everyone was like moved to tears, you know. What was your first gig like?
I think it was in Edinburgh.
Really?
I remember people were telling me to go up, and then they were laughing.
Did you already live here?
Pardon?
Did you already live over here?
No.
Okay.
I lived in Chicago, and I had an improv group that went over.
Okay.
And they said, you ought to go up. And I said, I'm going up. And then they were just laughing at how bad I was. So I felt like I did okay with that group who were actually jeering at me. So
Edinburgh's a good place to do your first gig.
Yeah.
Because you could probably do your second one within an hour of doing your first. Like, it's like going to the gym for comedy. You just get so much better.
Exactly.
I'm never better at comedy than in the first week of September. And then I can't tell you how awful I am for the rest of the year.
Really?
Yeah, I suck. But first week of September, I feel I'm like right in.
But you're kind of down on yourself a lot, right?
You got to be harsh. You got to be your own harshest critic. It's called the billionaire mindset.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it work?
I got my diagnosis last week.
Oh, okay.
It's official. I have a billionaire mindset.
So if you're a billionaire,
yeah,
you can afford to be critical.
You have to hold yourself to high standards.
And your standards are so high.
Yeah, but the reason I don't have a trillionaire mindset is because I have high standards, but I don't try and achieve them.
Right.
I'm happy where I am.
You need a quadrillionaire mindset.
I do. Yeah. Do you think we'll ever see a quadrillionaire, Rich?
Not
you and me personally.
Trillionaire is the next one, right?
And apparently it's going to be soon.
Musk?
Probably Musky, I reckon.
What is he doing?
What's he like?
This has brought a pall over the whole podcast.
Why this set has 3 copies of a book called Interior Design Masters.
I put those there. I love them.
That's so funny to have the part of your interior design be 3 copies of the same book about interior design.
We're not here to talk about this, Ed. Now you're doing a gig at Soho, right?
I'm doing my show at Soho Theatre soon, yeah.
And it's called
Your Old Mucker.
Your Old Mucker.
Yeah, Your Old Mucker.
Is that? I don't really know what that means.
Means like your mate. Means like your friend. Mucker. My granddad used to call me his old mucker, and that's why I called the show that, because I got a couple of jokes about my granddad in it. And I thought it was like I thought it like suited me as a name. I find it really hard to come up with names for shows and stuff.
I know. You gotta almost stick with the first one you say. Yeah. You know, it's like when you name a group.
Yeah.
And then somebody yells something out, and then the other person goes, or it could be this, and then you're off to the races.
I had to name, because I'm going out to like Australia and New Zealand.
Name dropper.
Clang. Don't know if you guys have ever heard of those countries before. But tell
them I said hi.
I will do, yeah. I'll go up to the first person I see at the airport.
I wish.
I'll say, Rich says hello.
Yeah.
I had to name the new show for New Zealand, and I came up with like 3, and they were all ruined. And, like, I'm editing my special at the moment, and I'm like, I want to not put it out because I've seen it so much and I've sat with it so much that I hate watching my stuff back anyway.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I have an idea, I have to immediately tell it to someone else, which is not what you're meant to do. And then if they say like that's all right, then you keep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I get sick of stuff so fast.
Well, the thing is, when you've filmed it, do you go right into the editing booth, or do you give it a couple of weeks?
It's been in the drawer for like a month.
Okay, that's good.
We've spent so long editing it now. You've seen every bit, yeah. I just can't
release it.
I just can't.
Let the world see it.
Exactly. Fuck yeah.
Your brilliance.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I should let the world see my brilliance.
Come on.
I'm a billionaire. I've got the billionaire mindset.
Yeah. I mean, to keep it to yourself would almost be selfish, which is a billionaire thing.
That is what a billionaire would do. Yeah, I've got a pauper's mindset.
It's like when somebody buys. I bet like that. Remember that Louvre heist?
Yeah.
I bet there's somebody who bought that privately, and like takes friends down in their basement. Say, this is from the Louvre heist.
This is from the Louvre heist. Yeah. Do you remember when the Mona Lisa got stolen?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't really understand why, because you can't really sell the Mona Lisa, can you?
Yeah.
Because everyone will be like, hang on.
Yeah, that's the Mona Lisa.
And this is supposed to be in the Louvre.
What do you do?
How did you get this? What's the provenance?
Well, then that totally has to be underground.
Yeah, for sure.
Because some billionaire will want to buy it just to have it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then it also...
like being a big diaper.
But also it's so... Yeah, like shitting and pissing and looking at the Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa!
Yeah, shitting those rolling around, yeah. But also... Yeah. Wow, like that. That's what I'd do if I ever saw such a great piece of art in person.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the problem with the Mona Lisa is like you go in, but it's actually so small, and there are so many tourists who are just shitting and pissing themselves that you can't really get close.
Clean up.
Yeah. You see, like the patch of the floorboards in front of the Mona Lisa is stained brown and yellow.
You did a quick 3 minutes just on the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, but now I can't ever. That's never everyone knows
that.
It's a bit for the podcast. So
No,
all right, cut that out and I'll write it down.
No, I don't believe that. You can. Is this me?
It's hard to be. It's hard to be like the person that buys the Mona Lisa though, because if you want to buy the old French crown,
yeah,
you can kind of.
They take the jewels out.
But it's plausible that you can say, oh, someone found this old. So they told me they found this old French crown and it was buried or something, and I bought it at a market.
And
but
okay.
You don't have plausible deniability when it comes to buying the Mona Lisa that you know has just been stolen.
Yeah.
You willingly bought stolen goods.
Yeah,
So you'd be in trouble for that because that's naughty.
Man, you really should flesh this out and do it at the Tuxedo Club, or I don't know.
Is that a real place that used to exist?
I don't know.
Are you gonna do a new Edinburgh show? Do you think?
I would love to. Yeah.
Why don't you do it?
Well, it's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll start now.
How often do you gig?
I do every 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I need to gig more.
I love to do gigs. I love the idea of doing gigs, and I like being on stage. But I just
the mental preparation.
Yeah. I still get really nervous before a lot of gigs. I don't know why.
I think that being in New York, it seems a little easier. I don't know why, but you don't live far from the London.
Yeah, I live in London, so it's kind of easy.
Yeah, it's easy. I live a little bit of ways.
Really?
Yeah.
How far away?
It's 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's tough. It's so hard to. There's maybe 3 or 4 convenience nexuses across the UK where you're at the sort of the epicenter of a scene or loads and loads of gigs. But especially I don't drive, so if I moved anywhere except London, it would be harder to gig with the frequency at which I gig.
You know what would be a good idea? Because there are some places that, say they're in pubs or something, they have rooms upstairs. Uh-huh. Comics rent the rooms for a week and just gig the shit out of that week.
Yeah, what's a crash diet?
Comedy tourism.
Yeah, I love doing short runs and shit like that.
Yes.
Where you gig 3 times a day for a week.
And you get so much better.
Yeah.
At the end of a festival, I feel so I could do a show anywhere.
Yeah, but then at the end of it, you get back to London and you're back to gigging once every couple of days or whatever. And
I want to hide behind a fern.
Yeah, I'm rubbish at it. Yeah, a fern shaped exactly like me.
I'm in the shower.
What?
I don't know. It's just like all of a sudden I just start to revert into this.
I feel like, and also like I tend to, when I get back from like a big festival or something, I want to hit the ground running. So I tend, but I haven't had the foresight to book in a lot of really high quality gigs. So I'm ringing around on like the afternoon of, and then I inevitably end up like my first 5 gigs back are all like
you
an
need
open.
a booker.
I've got a booker.
You need to sit down with that booker and book the shit out of your year.
I've got lots of gigs in the diary, but I'd like to do. I seem to end either gig like 7 times a week, or I won't gig for 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Do you have a goal with your gigs? Like, eventually I want to do blank. This isn't fill in the blanks, by the way.
This is something I've been talking to people about, because I've never had
theaters.
I love to do theaters, but I've never had like a 5-year plan.
Get one.
Especially,
China has it.
I know, yeah. Shout out to China, obviously. But like,
we're sponsored by China.
By the country, nice. I'd love to, so because I've always I've never really thought like.
You should say, look, in 2 years I want to be at the whatever.
Yeah, I want to do
Corn Exchange,
the Hollywood Bowl.
The Hollywood Bowl.
Exeter Corn Exchange, I have a 100% bomb rate at.
Because what happens?
Every single time I'll gig there.
You do a soft tour in the U.S. On the coasts because they get you there.
Right, they get me on the coast.
Then you start.
Because I look like a sea creature.
Then
yeah.
Then the next time
on the beach.
Do some more theater stuff here.
People are rolling me back into the sea. I'm trying to do my gigs. They're trying to roll me back into the sea.
There's been a sighting.
Sorry, then the next time.
Then you go do some nicer venues here. Like bounce off of each other. Start doing more college towns. They get you in the colleges.
I used to think that. I remember
oh no.
A friend of mine asked me to open for him at a university gig because he was like, well, that's and you're gonna crash, and I bombed so hard, and Kobe died during the interval, but I don't think it was related.
Was it all PC? Is that why you think?
No, it was. No, I think I was shit. No, I do tour and stuff, but it's just like it feels like.
I guess let me rephrase that. Maybe a college town.
Yeah. Maybe a college town. I fucked up. My first tour, I went to Cambridge, but we accidentally booked the tour date for when it was like a term break, so there were no students in the town.
Oh, shit.
But it's just weird because any of my 100% of my what's it called? Like reach is through social media.
Yeah.
And I'm really bad at like posting regularly, which is what you have to do.
Me too. I'm terrible at it.
Me too.
Kenny and I have had a talk about it.
Yeah, I've talked to lots of people, but like, so I've got like.
But not Kenny.
I've not talked to Kenny about it. No.
You will talk to.
Thanks. I'll talk to Kenny about it. If that's all right.
Talk to Kenny.
But it feels like I don't have like the only people who know me and would come to my shows are the people that follow me on social media, and then but because I don't post, when I do post, like it doesn't get seen by anyone or any traction. So like no one. I get it so much where I'll go somewhere to do a gig that I've posted about, and then I get messages being like, "Oh, I didn't know you were in X place." It's like, well,
and you get mad.
You're posting about it non-stop, but it's just no one's seeing it.
I fucking posted about it.
Yeah, it's not like in the old. If I was like around, if I'd been on like TV loads or whatever, you could just.
It's the TV.
You just put my poster up in a town and people would recognize you.
As seen in 8 out of 10 cats. You just got to get on one of those.
Exactly. I've got to be the 8th cat.
You should do a residency somewhere.
Where?
I don't know. But go to a place that has a lot of comics, because I think over time, I think comics like you. Here I'm talking out of my, but I'm just talking, right?
Well,
but they like you, and then they'll come to say, Ed Knight, you've got a lot of cred. You
Thanks,
start
man.
doing gigs.
Yeah.
It'll just, as opposed to doing a tour where it's like, say I go to Los Angeles and it's like 1 or 2 gigs, you don't get a good impression.
I'd love to go to New York at some point, kind of like,
Yes.
like, you know, like it is kind of like a nucleus for comedy. Like no matter who you are, I don't. Like, America isn't the center of my comedy.
It doesn't have
solar
to be.
system, but I would love to. You kind of like it feels like there's a missing piece, not having done it. Problem is, for a guy like me, I would probably need like a patron or something to go out. Like I got an offer for a run in New York like a theater last year or the year before, but like I just couldn't do it because it was not. It was. Is this what's like a loss leader? Is that what you call it? Like I would have to finance it myself. So it's basically like. Although I would have loved to do it, I just couldn't afford to do it. There's some comedy festivals, it's like they pay you to fly out and they pay your hotel at least, you know?
Ed Knight needs a patron. If you would like to patronize Ed,
I'd love that.
Please write into our email. We're going to put it down there.
Nice. Because the problem is we don't have any like...
You remember, like Mozart was like a patron.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
like Esterhazy,
or like a Victorian style. I'd love someone who's just really fucking rich, like a rich spinster.
You're a comedian.
Yeah. To pay me.
The balloon.
This is me.
Yeah.
Please.
Why don't they do that?
I don't know. I think it's probably trickle down economics.
Well, I was just listening to the
I'm waiting for it to trickle down.
Like in college, like football, they have boosters. Like they have alums that just pour money into the sports program.
Yeah.
Why don't they do the same thing for like you?
See, if Jimmy Carr I wouldn't mind if he went to Saudi Arabia or whatever, if he's pumping that money back into the scene. But he's not. He's building a W.H. Smith in his basement. That's what I've heard.
He is?
Yeah, apparently he's got a Starbucks in his basement.
Who's going to buy it? Who's going to go in there?
No, I think it's just for him. I think he's got a Starbucks in his basement that's just for him.
Man, that's great.
And that's what I heard, and you can't say that I didn't hear that.
No, it makes sense though that we have patrons.
Yeah, it should. I would love to have a patron. I'd love to have someone wealthy just finance my entire life and like just make art as recompense. You know?
Yeah. Well, see, because right now we have agents, but they just take the money.
Yeah, I want someone to give me money, not take the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where the industry sort of got it confused, I think.
Yeah.
Because instead of having people give me money, I've got people who sort of take the money away.
I like what you're saying.
Which is
what
the wrong
is
way
going
around.
on here with the air? Do you know?
Do you want to just hit the off button?
I don't know.
Just hit there. It's right there. Say there.
I love that. I love the graphic you've got where the microphone is. It sounds like you've turned it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way the microphone input is your head. I really like that.
You like it?
I really like it.
Dave Brown did that. Do you know Dave Brown?
I don't know.
Maybe on the back of it, Rick. Is there a thing like a cord that you can just rip out?
I think it's off now. Sorry, everybody.
That's such a great show. Just having you trying to turn off like an air humidifier. trying to dehumidifier or like
Could
an
have
air
lasted
purifier.
an hour.
That would be brilliant. That's the sort of stuff I love. Like, I'd love to make a film of you where it's like an hour-long film and the room is full of electrical equipment and the camera stays in one place and it's just you trying to figure out how to turn off all the electrical equipment.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a brilliant film?
Well, what about with you? You have to do admin.
Oh, fuck.
And we have all these papers scattered on the desk.
And I have to do... Here's the thing. Well, if it's crunch time, if it's really necessary, I can do admin.
Yeah.
But I much prefer to make... I much prefer to make an hour-long film about you trying to turn off different pieces of electrical equipment.
All right. Now, how are you about writing, like, in the course of the day? Do you just kind of come up with stuff, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more disciplined with it.
Yeah.
Because especially, like, when I've got deadlines, I'm really good at it. And it happens in fits and starts. But I'm trying to do, like, fucking morning pages and all that stuff.
Oh, the artist's way and all that?
I don't know what that is, but just, like, write every day.
Oh, yeah, like have a certain time.
Yeah.
Do you have a sunlight? And then you just sit in a coffee shop.
And try and write 10 minutes or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, blindfolded.
Mm-hmm, yeah. In a diaper, shitting and pissing my pants.
That's the billionaire mindset.
Yeah, they're pouring the coffee into my gullet and it's coming straight out like a water slide.
But do you find that works? This is what I find is if I'm sitting down for an hour, I can't come up with anything, and then the last 5 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I'll tell you, there was 1 year. No, I know what you mean. There was 1 year, like, where maybe in like 2024 before my show, I was fairly consistent with doing morning pages and writing ideas and free writing and that stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that Fringe show was completed, I went back to the notebook that I used and I looked through all the.
There was shit on it.
It was covered in shit and piss, yeah. Wouldn't you know it? I'd drawn the Mona Lisa perfectly in the book. I went back to look at all the free writing paragraphs that I'd done for like 5 or 10 minutes at a time to see how much of it I ended up using. And maybe in like half a dozen of them, there was a premise that I ended up later making into like a short bit. But none of them were like killer bits that I kept in the repertoire. And in fact, in retrospect, I think that what I was doing was
getting the bad stuff out.
No, not even that. I think like just by doing something like that, you can kind of say that you have written or whatever. Or feeling it felt like maybe productive at the time, but it actually wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously what you need to do is, which is really hard, is just sit down and think about it and work hard for a really long time. Like all these hacks are really attractive. That like if you could just sort of like empty your ego and get rid of it, and then just sit down and free write for 10 minutes a day, then you'll come up with like some great stuff. But it's not.
So you're saying it's quality, not the quantity.
I think so, yeah. I think free writing is good if you're like, if you don't really have like an outlet for something, or you're not using it as like a means to like an end. But if you're like a composer and you have to finish a symphony, don't sit down and just fucking twat the keyboard with your head for 10 minutes in the morning every day. Work on the symphony.
Well, that's what I find.
That's how I see myself.
Yeah, the free writing doesn't always do what you want.
No.
It's the more you start to shape it, like, oh, I'm writing about,
Go
I
on.
can't even write what I'm writing about writing.
Yeah.
And the more you focus in on it,
Mm-hmm.
the more you can come up with material.
Yeah, we're lucky because we got built into our job a really good way of kind of recreating that, on like a podcast or something. When you're on the spot, when you're on stage, you can just like talk. When I'm on stage,
You come alive.
Yeah, or like, because there's that thing of like, I don't know if this is the reason, but if, you have to get a laugh really quick. So your brain
It's
sort of
fight
starts
or
overclocking,
flight.
I come up with stuff on stage or when I'm like chatting to friends that I would never come up with by just staring at my book for 10 hours on my own.
It's true.
And that's kind of what the free writing is meant to do, but you just do it on stage because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I just don't fucking write anymore. Something will happen to me in my boring life, in my pathetic, wretched life, and I'll just say it, and then if someone laughs, I'll stop saying it. If someone laughs, I'll keep saying it, and if nobody laughs, I'll stop saying it.
So if that's true, you should record everything.
Everything.
I mean,
I've been recording
your
this.
gigs and stuff.
I've started doing that.
Yeah.
I used to record them and then never listen back to them.
I know.
What I do now, this is so fucking stupid. Comics who've seen me do this on my phone have when someone looks at you different?
Yeah.
What I do is I will I'll show you. I'll take pictures I'll write my material on my hand and then take pictures of the hand.
Right.
So then I've got albums on my phone full of pictures of the back of my hand so that I can remember it for the next time.
Oh, but that's your set list.
Yeah, but then if something happens or I tweak something, then do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if you were to put all those pictures of my hand together and those
It's
1 second a day transformations.
Yes.
You'd see everything moving around.
That's great. That's your content.
It's pretty stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you write?
Well, I kind of what I like to do is just get ideas, write them down, and then I look at I wait till that list gets really big, and then I try to flesh them out, which means try to remember what the hell I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I find the work in progress like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I can just flesh those live.
Me too.
And
That's
the
what I
more
like to
I
do.
do that, like sometimes it'll be like, this works,
Uh-huh.
which is rare. And then other times it's like, well, I just didn't say it right, but it's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah, that fucking pisses me. Sometimes it's like lightning in a bottle. Like if I have an idea in the moment and I have to write it down straight away. If I even wait like 5 minutes,
Yeah.
I'll like this happens all the time where I'll say something to like my girlfriend or a friend while we're writing, and then 5 minutes later I'll go back to write it down, and I'll it will have been worded in a slightly different way that I can't remember. I'm always asking how exactly did I say that made it funny, and then I've forgotten it, and then it's useless.
And then you get mad at the person. How did I didn't say it that way.
Yeah, fuck you. No,
Yeah.
I didn't like that. But that's
Get me a coffee.
Was that too Kenny or was that
Yeah.
that real? I have it. Yeah, I like to do our work in progresses because it's a live. You know what I mean. You can't really practice it or simulate it until you're up there.
Where do you do I mean, I know a couple places, but now it's hard. But I've noticed when I came back here, I was away for a bit, and I came back. All of a sudden, people are doing these work in progresses, and I think this is the best thing since Marmalade. No, I mean it's really good.
You a big Marmalade fan?
Yes.
What?
I
Why?
like Paddington.
You like Paddington? You just like Paddington.
No, but you know what I mean. It's like
Hanging out on the train platform, no trousers on. Eating food from under your hat.
he does that,
if it was
doesn't
a
he?
person doing that and not a bear, there'd be like a SWAT team around him within 30 seconds.
Use it. Use that. No pants.
Yeah, no shoes, no trousers, no underwear.
Yeah.
The pigeons wouldn't go near him. They'd be like, oh.
What was my point? I guess my
Work in
point.
progresses.
Yeah. How? But this is the problem. I did was somebody offered me to headline, and I wasn't even ready. I should have done some work in progresses when I got back here, and I bombed the holy hell out of it.
Yeah, I have to I've got one on Sunday coming up, and I don't have an hour of new stuff. But that's kind of how I like to do it. Like, I like the hour to crystallize just before it has to be done properly for the first time. I think even if I had all the time if I had one work in progress or I had 1,000, it would be the same way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. I hate the idea of doing the exact same show word for word every time.
No.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And it's just not fun for me. But I like going up there with maybe 10 minutes of scripted stuff and then finding out the rest of the show.
And what about the segues? Do you like to?
I don't segue really.
Okay.
So that's not a problem for me.
Okay. So you have no problem with whatever two jokes there are. You'll tie them together somehow.
Oh, in between bits I don't segue but in between jokes I'll try and whatever's quickest basically, or whatever's the most concise.
Yeah.
Sometimes friends have told me that I lose people in the train of thought, so I've been trying to get better at explaining my thought process between setup and punchlines, so that there's at least some cause and effect. It doesn't just sound like a non sequitur.
You know what that's like? That's like in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Mm-hmm. They want you to talk through your process. Well, Pontius Pilate was alive then. Yeah. And they don't want you to just sit there and go,
oh, I know the answer.
Pontius Pilate.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I know the answer is Pontius Pilate. Yeah, so
Is Kenny?
It? Kenny, actually, can you read out some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire questions to us? I want to, because I think you're a smart cookie. I want to see how smart you really are.
Why do you say that?
I think you're a smart cookie.
I'll be Chris Tarrant. Some of them.
No, Kenny will be Chris Tarrant. You'll be the contestant, and I'll be the guy coughing in the crowd.
So what? That really happened.
Yeah, the coughing major. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really. Sometimes I think.
What are you doing right now?
Sorry, I'm scratching my arm. I'm just having a wash. I sometimes I think that I can explain. Whenever I get asked questions like that, all it really clarifies for me is that I actually don't know. I don't really have a way. I don't know how I write or what I think about comedy. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I think it's kind of like
Maybe that's your blessing.
every time I try and explain something, or I think I've got like an answer that explains something about the industry or comedy, it makes me realize I'm actually kind of talking shit and getting a bit further away from. The more I talk, the further away I get.
Right,
from, you know what I mean?
That's why some people don't like these process type talks.
Sometimes I don't. I've been doing this for such a long time now. And I sort of think like
How long?
11 years. So every time I do a show, I'm like, so how did I do the last one? Do you know what I mean? If I start writing a new one, I'm like, I've managed to write 6 shows without without realizing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But some people are very anal about doing this show. This worked. Out with this. Add this. And then they go, now I have the hour.
My process used to be very meticulous like that. And to be honest, I think I was a worse comedian for it.
Because it's admin.
No, yeah, because it's admin.
Yeah.
No, it's just I would be really clinical. I would be like, how can I fit this into here? And then like a joke that was fucking really route one would be like good enough, you know, like da 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 da. That would be like if X was Y. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and it was so kind of formulaic and like didn't fit, like, you know what I mean?
You know that I find that's
Not
true.
to be. That sounds like I'm slagging off other types of, but you know what I mean.
But that's okay.
It's just like it was just kind of. I look back at some of the old stuff, and I can really to me, I can really tell when I'm trying to fill in a gap because of the type of. Do you know what I mean?
But do you know what I find too? It's kind of similar when I would write a one-person show sometimes, and I'd script it, and then I'd realize the reason why I'm messing up this part is because I don't like it, and I'm not into it, or I'm not remembering it, because it's shit.
Yeah, I've never done like one the same way. Like I've never like. There are some bits that I just sometimes I go too far one way or too far the other way. Like I don't. There's some bits that I'll like script exactly, and some bits that I never really write down in one certain way. You know what I mean? But then I don't know. I guess it depends on how I feel. I think I got too much. Yeah, it just depends on how I feel.
So on the count of 3, we quit.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'd love if you could be my second in like a samurai style self execution.
Yes.
I'd love to commit seppuku on your podcast.
Oh
I'd do it cross style, and you can cut off my head very swiftly.
You're supposed to do it that way.
Yeah,
right?
I think there's a couple of ways you can do it. I think you can do like up and down. I think you can do just a cross. I think you can maybe do a square.
We couldn't get a good angle though.
I'm gonna do the cool S. You know that cool S?
Man, we always talk about this. Now, there's a portion, I don't know if you've seen this or heard it, I do called fill in the blank. You have to fill in the blank. It's not blankety blank.
Okay.
And you don't have to be funny.
Okay.
Okay? Just 5 questions.
That's good to hear.
Okay. And this, I tailor it to you. I have Ed Knight written down here.
Thank you.
On average, I am at the height of my mental and physical powers at blank o'clock.
Is this for you or for me?
You.
For me,
You're thinking.
yeah.
You can talk through your thinking.
I like to stay up. I think later at night, but the truth is probably early in the morning. But like I never,
Which is late as well.
It depends on where you are on the planet, yeah. Or if you're maybe like a nocturnal animal.
So like 6 o'clock?
In the evening.
No.
I'd say maybe 10 p.m. is when I'm at the height of my
Really?
powers. Yeah.
Well, that's when you're probably gigging.
Yeah, or just like after a gig or whatever. 10 p.m. Let's go with 10 p.m.
When's your Melbourne show?
Is this one of the blanks?
No.
My Melbourne show's at 9 p.m.
My Melbourne show is at blank o'clock.
9 p.m.
9,
o'clock.
that's perfect.
Yeah, but because it's an 11-hour time difference, it will feel like it's 10 a.m. for me.
Okay.
So it's the opposite of actually where I want to be. Yeah. You didn't think about that, did you?
Blank is the most feminine thing I've done this week.
Blank is the most feminine thing I've done this week.
So you fill in the
I'll fill in the blank. What's the most feminine? To give me an idea of what you're thinking? I wasn't expecting like a gender binary based grilling.
Oh, okay. Is
So
that
what?
bad?
No, it's what in your head? What would you say is the most feminine thing you've done this week? Just to give me a bit of guidance.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I put in I guess I put in some eyebrow highlighter. Thing.
Oh, eyebrow highlighter. Yeah. Okay. I guess.
I don't know if that's feminine or not.
What's the most feminine thing I did this week?
I mean, makeup's pretty basic. Like that's
Makeup.
not. It's no men. Have
I have a
makeup now.
I have a pair of jeans that I think are women's jeans. I wore those this week.
Okay,
So how about that? Does that
that's
work?
fine.
I
This
think they're
wasn't
women's-
a good question.
I think they're women's jeans because the pockets are so shallow.
Yeah.
It's really annoying because I love the fit of the jeans is unbelievable. But the trade-off is that, like, sometimes with men's jeans, with men's clothes in general, like
It's too tight.
or you just look like you're wearing a sack. Do you know what I mean? It's either
Yeah.
too tight or it feels like you're wearing a sack made of denim. But these women's jeans are amazing, but the trade-off is the pockets are so shit.
But the fit, man, if it fits,
Absolutely.
I love it. I would have to say Blank is the best villain I've watched in the movies.
The best villain I've watched in the movies. Oh, villains. Now, the
That's
thing
too
about
much.
villains is they are really naughty, but sometimes they're compelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have to be.
I watched a film this week called Sentimental Value, and I wouldn't say that Stellan Skarsgård he's the closest thing to a villain in the movie, but he's really good in it. The whole movie is really good.
What's it called?
A Sentimental Value.
Okay, guys, watch that.
What villain movies have I seen where the villain is really good?
Well, I mean, Silence of the Lambs, right?
Silence of the Lambs. Oh shit! Do you know what I watched for the first time? Night of the Hunter. Robert Mitchum in that. He's unbelievable. He's so good.
hunting somebody.
He's hunting some people, but he's so good in the movie. I would
That
say Robert
dude was
Mitchum
bizarre.
in Night of the Hunter.
Okay.
What a screen villain he was.
Watch that, everybody.
Have you seen it?
I think I took a film class once and we had to see it.
That's really, really good.
Yeah. The most confusing place to do stand-up is
Most confusing.
blank.
Are you thinking like geographically or like a venue or something?
It can be anything.
Or maybe the first thing I think of is I do like loads of gigs in I've done gigs in like Nordic countries and Benelux countries and
yes.
stuff. And the gigs are always to like an English speaking audience or whatever, but I always have a really hard time forgetting to take out like reference or like even in Australia or whatever, idioms and
That they won't
locations
get.
and references like to types of like to places or shops or
Yeah.
like areas of London or whatever.
Yeah.
Where I'll say something like, and then everyone will give you a blank stare. And I'm like, I forgot you're not all from South London
I
as well, so
know,
you just
that
won't understand
sucks,
that.
though.
Yeah, but that's confusing because I always forget to do it, and then I find out the hard way in the moment.
And then sometimes if you change the word, it doesn't make it as funny.
And it
like
sounds like you're
Vegemite.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like you're such like a pathetic little like sniveling.
Twit.
If I had a routine about Tesco and I changed it to Coles just because I was in Australia, it'd just
Yeah.
fucking kill me because there's no like. That sounds so pathetic. They know that I'm not from there. They know that this routine isn't about Coles. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Tesco's.
Tesco's. Yeah. Apparently it's called Tesco because it was founded by a man called Terry. Did you know that?
Terry.
Is that true? Jamie, can we check that?
Last one.
Okay.
Other than stand-up, my parents are most proud of me for blank.
Maybe my admin skills.
Okay.
No, my eyebrow. My mum says she thinks I've got really nice eyebrows.
You do have good eyebrows.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
So do you.
mine
You've
get
got
light.
nice eyebrows. I'd say maybe that. Yeah, maybe my like. I'm quite good at like. I think I'm quite good at like doing admin in serious situations.
Uh-huh.
So maybe admin in serious situations.
Okay.
When it's crunch time.
All right.
What do you think your parents are most proud of about you,
my
apart from
God.
stand-up comedy?
Other than comedy, probably the fact that I did law for a bit.
Mm-hmm. What type of law?
They would have liked me to do more of that.
What type of law did you do?
Well, I was going to go into entertainment law, but they didn't know that.
What, like IP or like?
Yeah, copyright.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But speaking of career, though, this is the portion of the show
Yes.
where you can plug whatever you want. You're doing your Soho show.
Soho Theatre in Melbourne and Sydney in New Zealand. Go buy tickets for those.
So Soho is March.
Melbourne, March to April. Sydney, April. New Zealand, May. And my special's coming out on YouTube, so watch that if you want to see me do stand-up.
Watch this dude. He's hilarious.
And let's do a show, man. We should do a show, a new material show.
Okay.
I'd love that.
You set it up. Do the admin, and I'll jump on it.
Have you seen those videos where where it's like two guys, they'll like do like endurance pranks on each other?
Yeah.
So it's like they take turns hitting each other's finger with a hammer or pulling back a resistance band really far and snapping each other in the face.
Yeah.
We should do that at the gig where like if I'm on stage, if one of my jokes bombs, you smack me really hard with a cane around the back of the
Until it
head.
works?
Yeah. If one of my jokes so there's jeopardy, you know what I mean? So like you've got like a massive rubber band that's like around my waist or something, and then if one of my jokes bombs, you snap it back and it like really hurts.
But we have to be in a diaper.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, if you want, we have to. The two giant babies. Maybe we could have a double act called Two Giant Babies.
It's a deal. Wow, there's a lot to soak in there. So let's go home and soak it up. You're probably already home. Anyway, let's not talk about you in the bathtub. Who brought that up? I did. Catch you later, right? Bye. Don't go. Rich Fulcher's Talk Box.